The power of sleep for peak performance. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is the hidden superpower. Picture this. There exists a completely free, universally accessible performance enhancer that can boost your activity by 40%, improve your decision-making abilities by 50%, and extend your life by years. This miraculous tool requires no special equipment, no expensive memberships, and no complicated techniques. Yet, in our hostile obesity culture, we have been conditioned to view it as the enemy of productivity, a luxury for the lazy, or worse, a sign of weakness. Today, I am here to shatter that illusion and reveal the truth about humanity's most invaluable superpower. That is sleep. You are watching this because somewhere deep inside, you know you are not operating at your fullest potential. You feel that persistent brain fog, that afternoon crash, that creative block that seems to be impossible. You have tried every possibility. You have tried every productivity hack and every morning routine, every supplement on the market, but you are still missing the foundational piece of the puzzle. What if I told you that the greatest athletes, the most innovative CEOs, the wisest historical figures, and even the scriptures themselves all point to one universal truth. That is, that sleep isn't just rest. It is the very forge where champions are made, where breakthroughs are born, and where your future self is modeled from the experiences of today. Consider the science and stories of sleep success. The biological revolution happening every night when you lay down or when you lay your head on that pillow. Tonight, you are not simply shutting down. You are initiating one of the most complex and beautiful biological processes known to science. Your brain becomes a master architect, carefully filing away memories, solving problems that stumped you during the day, and literally washing away toxin or toxic proteins that can accumulate during working hours. Dr. Matthew Walker, the world's leading sleep researcher, discovered that during sleep, your brain's lymphatic system activates like a sophisticated washing machine, clearing out beta amyloid plaques, the very substances linked to Alzheimer's disease. This isn't just maintenance. It is transformation. Every night of quality sleep is literally saying your future self from what? From cognitive decline, while stimulating and preparing you to conquer tomorrow's challenges. Consider the story of Microsoft founder Bill Gates, who in his early years famously pulled all-nighters, believing sleep was for the weak. But as he matured into one of the world's most successful philanthropists and thinkers, he completely transformed his relationship with sleep. Gates now prioritizes getting at least 7 hours of night sleep and credits his improved sleep habits with his ability to tackle complex global health challenges. He often speaks about how his best insights for solving malaria problems or improving education came after a full night's rest, when his subconscious mind has had time to process and connect seemingly unrelated pieces of information. This isn't coincidence. It is a neuroscience During REM sleep, your brain makes creative connections that your conscious mind could never achieve, which is why so many breakthroughs happen not at the desk but after the pillow. Consider athletic age where championships are won. LeBron James, perhaps one of the greatest athletes of all time, doesn't just dominate on the basketball court. He also dominates in the bedroom, sleeping an average of 12 hours per day. This isn't laziness, it is strategic excellence. James understands what sports scientists have proven. During sleep and during deep sleep, your body releases human growth hormone that repairs muscle tissues and consolidates motor skills learned during practice. His commitment to sleep is so serious that he travels with specific temperature-controlled mattresses and maintained a strict sleep schedule, even during the playoffs. The result? A career that has defied age, with a performance level that shouldn't be possible for someone approaching 40 years old in a young man's sport. Look at Roger Federer, the tennis legend. He takes this even further with his famous 11 to 12 hour sleep routine. When asked about the secret to his longevity and his ability to perform miraculous shots under pressure, Federer doesn't talk about his training regimen or his diet fasts. He talks about sleep. He explains that those extra hours in bed aren't just physical recovery. They are mental rehearsal. His brain replays thousands of serves, backhands, and volleys while he sleeps, perfecting his technique without lifting a finger. The phenomenon called sleeping dependency motor learning means that Federer is literally improving his game with his competitors who sleep less and are staggering. The scoreboard doesn't lie. At an age when most tennis players have long retired, Federer continued winning Grand Slams, and he attributes the longevity directly to his respect for sleep. How about cognitive revolution, where ideas are born? Albert Einstein, the man whose name has become anonymous with genus, was known to be sleeping 10 hours per night, plus regular daytime naps. He called his sleep his thinking hours, and credited many of his radical insights to the dreams and semi-conscious states between sleeping and waking. Einstein understood naturally what modern neuroscience now proves. During sleep, your default mode network activates, allowing your brain to make conscious connections between disparate ideas and logical thinking that would never be permitted. His theory of relativity, which fundamentally changed our understanding of the universe, came to him not in a laboratory, but in a dream where he was riding a beam of light through space. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon and one of the wealthiest individuals in history, makes sleep a non-negotiable priority, ensuring he gets 8 hours every night. In a world where CEOs often brag about functioning on only 4 hours of sleep, Bezos takes the opposite approach. He schedules his most important meetings for the late morning, after his brain has had time to fully wake up and optimize. He famously said that making 3 good decisions is better than making 5 mediocre ones. And he attributes his decision-making clarity directly to being well-rested. When you consider that his decisions have built a trillion-dollar company and transformed how the world shops, perhaps it is time we all took his sleep philosophy more seriously. Look at the spiritual dimension, the divine design for rest. The importance of sleep isn't just a modern discovery. It is woven into the very fabric of spiritual wisdom across millennia. In the Bible, Psalm 127 verse 2 delivers a profound truth. In vain you rise early and stay up late, tailoring for food to eat. He grants sleep to those he loves. This isn't just poetic language, it is divine wisdom, recognizing that our Creator designed us with an inherent need for rest. The scripture is telling us that burning ourselves out is in endless toil is vanity, meaningless. This is meaningless effort for sure. That goes against our fundamental design. God himself, after creating the universe, rested on the seventh day, not because he was tired, but because he established a pattern for humanity to follow. He is a role model, and he knows how he has made human. So consider the story of Job as well in Genesis chapter 28, who, while fleeing from his brother Esau, not Job, the story of Jacob, when he was fleeing from his brother Esau, he stopped to sleep with a stone for a pillow. It was during this sleep that he received one of the most significant visions in biblical history. The dream of a ladder reaching to heaven with angels ascending and descending. This wasn't just a dream. It was a divine revelation that changed the course of his life, and ultimately the history of nations. The message is clear. Some of our most important revelations, our most significant breakthroughs, and our desperate spiritual insights come not when we are grinding and pushing, but when we are resting and receiving. King Solomon, renowned as the wisest man who ever lived, wrote extensively about the importance of sleep in Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 12. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eats little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not permit him to sleep. Solomon understood that quality sleep is more valuable than material wealth, and that those who work in alignment with their purpose sleep peacefully, while those who chase endless accumulation find only restlessness. His wisdom reminds us that success isn't measured by little we sleep, but by how peacefully we rest, knowing we are living in alignment with our purpose. Look at the modern crisis, why we are failing at our most basic needs. Despite all this evidence, we are in the midst of a global sleep crisis. The average American, for example, now sleeps for 6.8 hours per night, nearly 2 hours less than a century ago. We have declared war on sleep, viewing it as an obstacle of productivity rather than its foundation. The blue light from our devices suppresses melatonin production, tricking our brains into thinking it is continuous daylight. Our stress level keeps cortisol elevated when it should be dropping. And we have normalized the exhaustion as a badge of honor. The result? An epidemic of anxiety, depression, obesity, diabetes, and cognitive decline, all directly linked to sleep deprivation. But here is what the sleep deprived don't realize. They are not gaining time, they are losing life. Studies show that sleeping less than 6 hours per night increasingly increases your risk of early death by 12%. You are literally trading years of your life for hours of diminished productivity. When you are sleeping or when you are sleep deprived, your prefrontal cortex, the brain CEO, goes offline. You make impulsive decisions, you can't regulate emotions, and your creativity flattens. You might be at your desk for 16 hours, but you are operating at 40% capacity. Meanwhile, someone who slept 8 hours and worked for 8 hours has actually accomplished more with better quality, and they still have energy left for their family, their hobbies, and their life. Look at now you have the transformation awaiting for you. Let me paint you a picture of two futures. One, you continue down the path of sleep deprivation, wearing exhaustion like a medal, pushing through brain fog with caffeine and willpower. You age faster, think slower, and watch opportunities slip through your fingers because you lack the clarity to seize them. Your relationships suffer because you are irritating and emotionally unstable. Your health deteriorates, and you spend your later years managing diseases that were entirely preventable. This is the path of the majority, the path of those who bought into the lie that sleep is for the weak. In the other future, you make sleep your secret weapon. You wake up naturally without an alarm, feeling refreshed and energized. Your mind is sharp. Creative solutions flow effortlessly, and you make decisions with clarity and confidence. You are more productive in 6 focused hours than you used to be in 12 scattered ones. Your body is strong, your immune system is robust, and you look younger than your sleep deprived peers. You are present with your loved ones, patient with challenges, and you approach each day not with worry, but with anticipation. This isn't fantasy. This is the scientifically proven, historical, demonstrated, spiritually endorsed reality available to anyone who respects the power of sleep. Let your sleep revolution start tonight. The choice is yours, and it begins tonight. I am not asking you to overhaul your entire life immediately. Start with 1 hour. Whatever time you usually go to bed, move it back by 1 hour for the next 7 days. Turn off all screens 30 minutes before this new bedtime. Create a simple ritual, perhaps reading a few pages of an inspiring book. During some gentle stretches, doing some gentle stretches, or practicing gratitude for the day's experiences. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, cool, dark, and quiet. Invest in your sleep like you would invest in your education or your business, because the returns are extremely greater. If this message resonates with you, if you felt that spark of recognition that yes, sleep might be the missing piece in your performance puzzle, then take action right now. Hit that like button, not for me, but as a commitment to yourself that you have already and that you are ready to prioritize your sleep. Share this video with someone you care about, who you know is burning themselves out. You might literally save their life. Comment below with your sleep goal for the next week. Make it public. Make it real. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because this is just the beginning. We are building a community of high performers who understand that true success isn't about doing more. It is about being more, and that transformation happens not in spite of sleep, but because of sleep. Go to the link in the description below and discover the pillars of sleep, or the pillars of sleep-powered success in part 2 of this video. The dawn of your new life is here. As we close, I want you to remember this. Every night when you lay down to sleep, you are not surrendering to weakness. You are calling strength. You are not losing time. You are multiplying it. You are not missing out. You are empowering up. The greatest performance in history, and the greatest performers in history, from Leonardo da Vinci to Serena Williams, from King David to Warren Buffett, all understood this foundational truth. Sleep is not the opposite of achievement. It is the foundation of achievement. Tonight, when your head hits that pillow, you are joining the elite group of people who have discovered the ultimate life hack. While others are grinding themselves into exhaustion, you are generating it. While they are making tired mistakes, you are consolidating wisdom. While they are aging rapidly, you are literally reversing biological age markers. You are not just sleeping, you are transforming, developing, becoming the person you were designed to be. Remember, this channel is your resource for transformation. We are here every day with new insight, strategies, and inspiration to help you unlock your full potential. But none of it matters if you don't have the energy, clarity, and creativity that comes from quality sleep. So make the commitment now. Your future self, the one who is healthier, happier, more successful, and more fulfilled, is waiting for you to close your eyes and begin the journey. Sweet dreams, champions. Your peak performance begins tonight, and I can't wait to see you become I can't wait to see who you become when you finally give your brain and body the rest they deserve. Until next time, remember, you are not just sleeping. You are shaping your destiny, one dream at a time. And the transformation happens not in spite of sleep, but because of it. Therefore, go to the link in the description below and discover the pillars of sleep-powered success in part 2 of this video.